All right, well, let's welcome Kassaundra Lynn to the Good Medicine Confluence Roundtable. Welcome to the show.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Of course, yeah. Excited. Is this your first time attending this event?
Yeah, it'll be my first time. I haven't attended or taught at this specific conference, so I'm really excited. It's also my first conference I'll be teaching at. So
Oh, wow. That's
yeah,
a great one to do it at. It's a wonderful vibe, wonderful community. So yeah, you're absolutely going to love it. It's in Durango this year, which I've actually been to that event when it was in the Durango campus, and yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Have you been to Colorado before?
no, I haven't been to Colorado either. So this
Okay,
is
all
one's a
right.
first.
Lots of firsts. Oh,
Yeah.
you're in for a real treat. Well, why don't we start things off with just hearing a little bit about you and your background, and just for the listener, if you want to learn more about Cassandra Lynn, I interviewed her for a full hour over on the Herbalist Hour. I want to say that's episode 45. I just looked that up, but we actually got to do this in person at your beautiful shop called Rooted Remedies in Eugene, Oregon, my hometown. But why don't you tell the audience a little bit about who you are, what you do, and all that?
Yeah, I'm Cassandra Lynn. I'm the herbalist and owner of Rooted Remedies, as Mason just said. I do a lot. I run the shop and I have a full product line that I make. And within that product line, I wildcraft about 40% of all the herbs I use. And then the other herbs I've hooked up with local farms. The majority of the other herbs I've hooked up with local farms and go and like weed their farms.
Oh,
And I
cool.
also source a lot from Oshala Farm down south in Southern Oregon. So try to keep everything as local as possible. Yeah, and I also teach workshops and classes, and I just started doing consultations. So
Amazing. And shout out to Oshala Farm, presenting
yeah,
sponsor for the Herbalist Hour. So yeah, you can't go wrong with those folks. I love the idea where you're at other local herb farms and you're weeding for them and you're using their products. And yeah, that's such a great way to build relationships with the community. But yeah, then you're creating all this beautiful, vibrant medicine as well. So tell us a little bit about the classes that you'll be teaching at the Good Medicine Confluence.
yeah, I'm so excited to be teaching at this confluence. What the first class I'll be teaching is called Nourish Your Nervous System, and I'm going to really focus on how to not only incorporate herbal herbs and herbal medicine into how to nourish the nervous system, but just in a holistic way of bringing mindfulness and drinking water and sleep and getting outside. um,
Crucial.
yes, yeah, the little things that often get overlooked. So, but yeah, the herbs are just the nervous system loves herbs, and it's so such a beautiful relationship that I want to really touch on. And then the second one is eating your herbs.
Mm.
My one of my teachers, Paul Bergner, would always say, like, eat herbs, get your dirt time in, like really have that experiential relationship with the herbs. And I'm in Eugene, Oregon, and we live in such an abundant area where there's wild food everywhere. So I'm going to translate that over into the Durango ecosystem and
Mm.
talk about the local plants there.
Awesome. I have to ask, being a Eugene native myself, what plants are popping up right now? We're recording this March 25th.
Yeah, nettle. Oh, so many plants are early this year.
Oh,
It's a
wow.
little overwhelming. But nettle, nettles popping up. I just saw some stream violets the other day. Plantain, cottonwood has come and gone for the harvesting, but
I love
cleavers,
cottonwood.
chickweed. Yeah.
Did you know that violet is the Wisconsin state flower?
No, but I love that.
Me too. I found that out when I moved here, and I would have violets growing in my house, in my yard in Springfield, Oregon, which is neighboring
Yeah.
Eugene, and they grow in our front yard here in Appleton, Wisconsin, as well. And they're like, I don't want to say they're like vegetables, but they seem much more exaggerated. They're a lot bigger here in Wisconsin, from what I've noticed, at least just your standard neighborhood violets. So yeah, absolutely love that plant. Definitely developing a bigger relationship with them out here. But so you've never been to the Confluence, first time in Colorado even. With some of the people I'll be interviewing, I'm going to be asking them what are they looking forward to about the what is the experience like at the Confluence? But since you've never been, what are you like looking forward to?
Yeah, so I feel like I haven't gone to a gathering in years, especially with the 2020 with the pandemic
Yeah.
happened, and I'm so excited to gather with other herbalists from all over, and it's such a nourishing, sweet experience to be able to do that. So really looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to teaching my first workshops at a bigger confluence. Little nervous.
I was gonna ask, so you're a little nervous, okay, but you're gonna
Oh
do
yeah,
it. You're gonna kill
yeah.
it. I love it. Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. Yeah. I teach workshops here, which are so fun. I just had one the first one yesterday of the year, but it's a bigger audience. Public speaking isn't always my forte, so I'm getting out of my comfort zone.
Well, good for you for, presumably Wolf asking you, Jesse
Yeah.
Wolf. And then you just said, you know what, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to do it. And you have so much knowledge to share. You've been doing this for quite some time. So I'm proud of you for doing it. That's very exciting.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, just a question for funsies. Are there any particular plants that you've been working with lately that you're fond of?
Yeah, well, nettle. I've been working with nettle a lot lately.
Hmm.
One of my favorite things to do at the beginning of the year is to harvest with no protection, and kind of just let nettle do their thing. And every year I seem to forget that that also means no sleep for that night.
Right, right.
Because it's so
I can see that.
stimulating.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but it's also a sweet initiation into the year and working with the plants. So nettle's been a big one, and then Tulsi, really working with my adrenals lately. So
You're the only other person just now when you said that about nettle being stimulating, because I'll say, oh, I have a nettle nourishing herbal infusion, and I've literally had insomnia from it where I
oh
could
yeah,
not sleep. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, that's just a standard nourishing herbal infusions, but it's incredibly stimulating for me, and especially if like you're working with a fresh plant, you might prick yourself. That's stimulating as well.
Yeah, nettle is very stimulating for me as well. And every year I forget how stimulating it is, the fresh especially.
Totally. Yeah,
Mm.
it's not even like a caffeine thing, but yeah, I feel like my mind is buzzing after a full quart of
Yeah.
nettle nourishing herbal infusion. But so
Mhm.
what do you love most about being an herbalist?
Oh, uh, that's a hard question.
Yeah. It's a big topic.
Yeah.
You can just say you like plants.
Yeah, I love all of it. Oh geez. I love going out and communing. So I'm a wild crafter. And going out and communing in nature away from people is one of my favorite things. But this
Hmm.
year I'm gonna focus on experimenting with growing a really small herb garden, and I'm excited to meet the plants in that way. But I probably one of my favorite things about being an herbalist is just the community that it attracts. Everyone is just the best.
Absolutely. Well, you're gonna have a blast at the Good Medicine Confluence with that type of answer. Do you like to dance?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
from what I recall, there's like a big dance party, like a masquerade ball and stuff like that. So if you got like some sort of costume, you should definitely bring
Oh,
it.
um,
Yeah, they
good
usually have
to
like,
know.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, you're gonna have a ball, and yeah, I'm just really stoked for you. Where can folks learn more about you and your work?
I have a website, rootedremedies.co. The M does not lead you there. It's not .com. And then I'm also on Instagram and Facebook and all of those things. But
And
I have a
that's
newsletter that
oh
I'm
yeah.
trying to focus more on than social media. So
What can you find on your newsletter when you send them out?
All sorts of things. So I do a monthly like highlights, and I like to highlight the different vendors that I have at the store and different workshops and classes, because I'm not the only teacher that teaches things at the store. And then the different events that are happening around. And I also do a monthly recipe working with herbs.
Nice. I asked that rhetorically because I'm on your email newsletter list. So I see them. And yeah, so dear listener, go to rootedremedies.co and sign up for the newsletter. And you can also find Kassaundra at Rooted Remedies CO, I think, on Instagram. Is that right? .co. Thank you. Yes. I got that wrong in our Herbalist Hour interview as well. So, all right. We'll leave links in the podcast show notes and all that good stuff. So any parting words you'd like to tell the audience before we get out of here?
Just really excited to have this new experience and adventure and connect with more herbalists. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. We'll talk to you very soon, Kassaundra, all right?
Great. Thanks. See you, Mason.
See ya.